Hi. Okay. Hi. I'm here. Hello. My hair is kind of wild today, so hello everyone. Can you hear me okay? Let me go check my little comments. I'm using a new software. So everyone is,
Hi.
oh boy, and now I'm
Okay.
hearing myself talk.
Hi.
That's not gonna
I'm
work.
here. Hello. My hair is kind of wild today, so hello everyone.
Okay. Hi guys. So I can see your little comments. I'm going to wait 2 more minutes and then I'm going to get started. And then in the meantime, I would love to hear who you are, your name, where you're from. Give me a little hashtag. Let's see. What should your hashtag be? Your hashtag can be hashtag natural acne healing. And let me know where you are coming from and where you live. I would love to know. Yeah, and we'll get started in like 90 seconds. And in the meantime, I would love to, hear where you guys are from and or what your name is. And I'm really excited to share some of these fun goodies with you. So for everyone joining, type your name, let me know where you're from, and I will check out these comments here in a second. And then we're going to get started in like 90 seconds. This is exciting. I'm using a new software, guys, and things seem to be going okay. So I think I'm about like 2 seconds behind you, 2 to 5 seconds. So for everyone joining, I'd love to see your name, who you are. Type a little comment for me because I would love to hear who you are. I'm going to do one more thing and then we're going to get started. Using a new software, guys. Okay, I muted myself from this other thing. Okay, great. So I'm going to hope and assume that you all can hear me. Again, I'm using a new software, so let me know if you can't for some reason. But in the meantime, hello. I'm going to turn on my little presentation and hopefully you can see it. I'm going to double check over on my screen and then we're going to get going. And as you all join, please feel free to type hashtag natural acne healing and or type where you're from, your name. I would love to know. I can't always see the comments, so I would love to hear where you're from. Okay, so let's get started. And first things first, hi, my name is Therese, and I'm really excited to share the 4 biggest acne triggers plus the 4 action steps that you can take to start to heal acne naturally with food. And just a little quick reminder to turn off your phones, make sure you focus in. You can always watch the replay, but it's really important to kind of watch as we go through because I'm hopefully giving you some really great, exciting tips. So back to the presentation. So I just wanted to remind you that if and when you're struggling with your skin and or you're kind of at your wit's end about your skin, you are not alone. That is why we are all here. So if you want to type hashtag natural acne healing or hashtag excited to let me know that you're excited to be here, I'm really, really happy to have you. And I'm really excited to share these tips. So let's jump in. So my goal today is to help you understand how to heal cystic acne with diet. And if you've been concerned in the past that you just can't figure out how to heal your acne with diet and or naturally, I want to put those fears to rest because you can do it. You just need the right person to explain it to you. And I know you might have sat on multiple exam tables in multiple doctor's offices over the years. I know I did, to try to heal your acne naturally with no solution. So that's why I'm here. So I know that you love the possibility of healing your acne naturally with food without using harsh chemicals, pills, and or creams. And my goal is to help you get off the acne clearing roller coaster of kind of broken out one, clear skin 1 week, totally broken out the next. And my goal is to help you understand how you can start to heal your acne holistically and to help you understand how holistic acne healing can be the key to natural acne healing. So I'm here today to help 2 types of people, and they are, number 1, those who are just kind of new to acne healing naturally, and then the other type who's kind of tried a bunch and haven't really gotten the results that they were desiring, okay? So my goal for this live coaching session is to help you understand how you can start to heal your acne naturally and to help you understand how holistic natural healing can be the key to clearer skin naturally by creating your own clear code. So in case this is our first meeting, hello, I am Therese. I created Heal Your Face with Food almost 6.5 years ago now to help you heal your acne naturally. I struggled with terrible acne for over 15 years. And you can see now, I can take this off, I barely have any I don't really wear makeup. So this is my skin now. And this is live. So anyone who's here, please leave me a comment and or type hashtag natural acne healing to let me know that you're here because I'm excited to see you. I tried everything for my acne, and after a fateful dermatologist appointment, I decided to heal my acne holistically, and about 30 days later, my skin was completely clear. And since that day, I've helped tens of thousands of people start to do the same thing. So we've had multiple amazing hundreds of success stories. I've been featured on websites like Brit & Co, Mind Body Green, The Zoe Report, Business Insider, and I'm a certified nutrition consultant. So do you guys mind if I take a little bit to kind of tell you a little bit about my acne story? Is that okay? I'm going to get going. And or type hashtag yes, if that's okay with you, because I would love to share. So I'm going to kind of go off my little notes and then tell you. So that's what I'm looking at over here. I struggled with terrible acne for over 15 years, right? And I had tried everything. And I remember in the 5th grade, I used to race to play the drums in drum class, right? Because I wanted to be the first to get to the drum set so I could use the drums to cover up my acne. That was what I did with my skin in the 5th grade. And I always felt so much kind of hot shame and embarrassment about my skin. Oh, hi, I got a little thumbs up. Let me know who you are and or tell me your name because I would love to say hello. So fast forward to high school, I remember I wanted to get bangs one year. Okay, I thought it would be a great idea. I have a big forehead. People on the internet remind me of that often. I like my face, but anyways, bangs look good on me because I got a big forehead. So I thought it would be a great idea to get bangs. So I got bangs, and I didn't remember the fact that it was summer and that I was going to have all of my common sticky, horrible, painful acne breakouts all along my forehead, and that my hair was going to stick to it all summer. I just didn't think about that. And that was a rough summer. And so fast forward, and it's my early 20s, and I'm still struggling with my skin, right? And I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. And I go to dermatologist appointment after dermatologist appointment, and I finally get an appointment with this dermatologist. And hi Jim, and I'm super committed to this being my last appointment. I'm 100% in, 150% in. I'm like, things have to change, they will change. I'll do anything this new dermatologist recommends, whatever she says, I'm in. And so I get to her office and I sit down and I'm really excited, and I'm kind of nervously going over in my head, what should I say to her? How do I go through all of these issues that I'm having with my skin? And she finally comes in and we say hello. And I start to kind of describe to her everything that I've done for my acne, right? I'm like, I tried antibiotics, I tried the birth control pill, I tried benzoyl peroxide, every possible thing imaginable, short of Accutane, really. And as we're talking, I get kind of sad because I'm like, I can tell that she's not, number one, she's not interested, and number two, she's not really listening. And my heart really kind of starts to sink because I'm like, okay, she doesn't really care about this problem. And finally, when I'm done, she delivers kind of the mother of all acne clearing doozies, and she cocks her head to the side and she looks at me and she says, I don't really know what else to tell you. You've tried everything. I mean, we have this $500 light treatment. It may or may not work. Yeah. And I was devastated. And I left there that day kind of in tears, and I drove home the whole way. And I'm going over everything that I've tried in my life, right? I'm like, I tried this and I tried this and I tried this, and I'm 25 years old. There's no reason I should still be struggling with my breakouts at all. And in that moment, I had an aha Oprah moment, okay? And I realized I was going over everything she said. You know, you've tried everything, I don't know what to tell you. These are the treatments that are available. And I started to say over and over again, you've tried everything, I don't know what to tell you. You've tried everything, I don't know what to tell you. And in that moment, I had like this amazing Oprah aha moment flash of genius where I was like, I have tried everything but my food. And in that moment, I knew that it was my food because my diet was always kind of bad and I was training to become a fitness instructor at the time. And so I was already learning about the food, body, mind connection. And so I get home and I'm like, screw this. And I take everything on my counter, all the pills, creams, hormones, antibiotic. I literally threw them into the trash and I was done with the chemical healing. And for the next 30 days, I decided I was going to put together a plan to heal my acne naturally. And 30 days later, I looked at my skin and it was completely clear. And it has been ever since. Look like this. I don't really have makeup on. I know you kind of can't see. I'm out of contacts these days. And I learned so much about my skin, so much that doctors don't tell you, and so much that I'm here to share with you today. And since then, I've helped thousands, tens of thousands of people do the same thing. I changed my life. I got a new career. I started Heal Your Face with Food shortly thereafter, and my whole life changed. So does this story sound exciting to you? If you're just joining us, type hashtag yay and or hashtag natural acne healing to let me know that you can hear me and or tell me your name so that I know that you're here with us. And then I'm going to move to kind of the meat of the presentation where we talk about your action steps, because I know you might not have had this exact experience, but I do know that you've probably tried a bunch to heal your acne naturally, and you're tired of trying a bunch of different things and you really want to change. So type hashtag natural acne healing if you're with us, and let's get started to talk about the 4 steps. So my client Megan also struggled with a lot of what you guys are struggling with, okay? She originally came to me after a really tough period with her skin and multiple birth control pills wreaking havoc on her skin. And after creating a really super unique plan to heal her acne naturally based on her unique triggers, she was finally able to clear it naturally. And these are her before and after pictures. And Nat also struggled with a lot of the same things that you're struggling with. And she came to me after having kind of a lot of that forehead stuff happening for her, and she didn't really know what was making her break out. So she was finally able to heal her acne naturally via my Clear Code program. So it's really exciting. Okay, so Stealth has, yes, tried a mix of diet and also using birth control pills. They don't want Accutane. Jim doesn't want Accutane. Yeah, Accutane is like, it's not a good thing, guys. So, okay, so let's get started. Without further ado, that's great to know, Jim. So hopefully these tips are really helpful. And for those of you just joining us, type hashtag natural acne healing if you're just joining us. And I'll say hi really quickly again. Hi, this is live. This is me. And we're doing a live Q&A session at the very end of this presentation. So make sure you stay for that if you have specific questions about your unique skin. So without further ado, let's talk about the 4 foods to avoid while healing your acne naturally, plus the 4 food action steps you can take to help with triggers. Oh, Jim said benzoyl peroxide. Yeah, don't worry. I gotcha. Sorry, I thought I was like, Jim, birth control. Interesting. Okay, so quick poll. Let's talk about skin offender number 1. I like to call it sugar, all right? And we're going to talk about how to keep your blood sugar stable for under 5 minutes a day, but still be able to eat your favorite sweets here and there. So type hashtag acne if you struggle with a sweet tooth, okay? Now, here's a little story about my blood sugar issues. So everyone in my family, including my dad, struggles with blood sugar management issues. And if I personally have any weakness, it's Skittles and Starburst and blood sugar stuff. And I was really, really, really afraid when I first learned about sugar that I was going to have to give up all of the joy in my life because I loved sugar. And it was hard at first because all sugar isn't bad. Fruit sugar can actually be really good for you. So I decided to make a super simple decision. I decided that every day when I had a sweet tooth craving, I would just grab a super sweet fruit anytime I wanted a cookie, cake, or brownie, okay? And it was really hard at first because I had pretty crappy food habits. But within a few weeks of removing artificial sugar, I saw a huge change in my skin. All and any breakouts, if they did exist, were much less red because I was lowering inflammation overall in my body, and over time they simply disappeared. Have you ever noticed that, like, when you lower the inflammation in your body on the whole, you see kind of a clearing of your complexion? If that's you, type hashtag acne, because I'd love to know. So now, that being said, maybe you're thinking taking out sugar can't be the answer to dramatically reducing cystic acne inflammation, but it really is, because sugar and glucose have a huge impact on your body on the whole and on your skin. So that being said, I want to talk about what I mean by sugar. I'm talking about all white flours, and take a little screenshot if you want to right now, okay? This is from my program, The Clear Code. Now, in this little slide, I say, what constitutes a bad sugar, you ask? Now, a bad sugar is one that spikes your blood sugar way too high, and it negatively impacts your gut flora and disrupts any part of your endocrine and or nervous system. And there's quite a few, but take a screenshot. These are kind of the quote-unquote bad sugars. They're not bad, but I like to tell people to recommend them to avoid them for overall health. And here are some sugars that are okay to grab in moderation that I find great. Oh no, where's that slide? Oh geez, we're gonna find it later. I'll find you the slide later. There's another slide that kind of gives you recommendations around the good sugars. So, and I'll be sure to share that later with you. So maybe you're thinking, it's just Jill, this is not real. That being said, I love to link to actual scientific studies. So here's a scientific study and you can find it over on my website, where they talk about how glycemic load and frequencies of milk and ice cream intake were positively associated with acne vulgaris. So Riley actually struggled with a lot of these issues. Oh, here's the slide. Okay, these are the good sugars, guys, that I just mentioned. Let's make sure Riley's next. Okay, yeah, Riley's right there. So these are some of the good sugars. Sorry, guys, we're going out of order, but these are the good sugars that I love to recommend people grab instead of the other ones, okay? So you have agave, barley malt, date sugar, honey, like pure raw organic honey. Stevia. Stevia is great for actually type 2 diabetics. It's been shown to like lower blood sugar levels in type 2 diabetics. My dad is actually type 2 diabetic, so I always recommend this to him. So for those of you that are joining, give me a little hashtag with hashtag heal acne naturally, because I want to say hi to you and say hi, because I see a bunch of you have joined, but I can't see your names. Okay, anyways, so while we're on this blood sugar topic, okay, guys, my client Riley struggled with these issues extensively around blood sugar. So through the principles of my program, The Clear Code, by adjusting some of her habits, and when they came to sugar and positively impacting her hormones on the whole, she was able to heal her acne naturally and truly enjoys makeup-free selfies these days. Look how adorable she is. Keisha Winter, I hope I'm saying your name right. Keisha Winter says, sugar and dairy are the worst for me. Grains too, all grains. Yes. So guys, while I'm chatting, while we're here, keep in mind I'm doing a live Q&A at the end of this presentation. So if you have questions about your skin, save them for the end, okay? And Keisha, that I would love to answer any questions you have around that. So let's talk about acne clearing step number 2. And each of these slides and I hope now okay, yeah. Skin offender number 2, kind of what Keisha is saying, might be gluten. So I love talking about this. Who loves a good bagel? Give me a thumbs up and or type a little thumbs up in the emoji section if you love a good bagel or a good piece of pizza, because I personally do. I'm going to say hi to you guys just to show you that I'm live. Hi. Bagels are like my fave. And actually, pizza is my favorite. Here's a little story, though, about gluten and how it impacts your skin. As we just discussed, white sugar in any form is kind of my greatest weakness. And when I first started to learn more about acne and gluten in particular, I was a little stressed again because I like bread, who doesn't? So I wanted to do, though, a quick rundown of how gluten can actually impact your acne and why and what it is. So gluten is just a general name for the protein found in wheat. Now, generally speaking, you either have an allergy to gluten or a sensitivity to gluten. You'll most likely fall into the group of people who have a sensitivity to gluten because true gluten allergies are quite rare. They're like less than 1% of the population. So I want you to type acne healing, hashtag acne healing in the chat box if any of this sounds like you, okay? I really want to know. Type hashtag natural acne healing if, number one, you get really bloated after you eat like pizza and bread, or number two, you get hives after you eat pizza and bread, or number three, you love pizza or bread or pasta or like white flour products, but you get really exhausted after you eat them. Hashtag for me, acne healing, hashtag acne healing in the comments if that sounds like you. Because here's why this is important. All of these are kind of markers for gluten sensitivity, and they can be quite broad. Of course, this is like a very broad discussion of it, but those symptoms can indicate a slight allergy to gluten. So now maybe you're thinking removing gluten won't have that impact. I don't know if that's going to be that big of a deal for me. So Nat also struggled with a lot of the same issues, and she had, remember, I don't know, we spoke about it a few minutes ago about her annoying forehead bumps. So she had semi-irregular digestion. And once she started focusing on a really simple morning routine to kickstart her digestion and added in fermented foods, everything changed. And she found the steps to my signature program, the Clear Code, to be really easy to follow with her super busy schedule, and her skin cleared dramatically. So what do you think? Does removing gluten and any and all offensive foods to reduce overall inflammation sound good to you? Give me a little thumbs up in the chat box if that sounds good to you. I'm going to grab a drink of water. Okay, awesome. So let's discuss potential skin offender number 3, okay? Now, we're going to talk about dairy, and I want to be really clear, and I'll use a client to kind of discuss this. Now, my client Alex was struggling with kind of a deep love for cheese and dairy. Now, that being said, she worked at a bakery. She found it very hard to avoid dairy. And here's the thing about dairy, though. I find that most of my clients fall into one of two categories. Either they're really impacted by dairy or they're not impacted by dairy at all. And so if and when you are impacted by dairy, it can happen. It can be because you are struggling with the extra hormones and or the antibiotics and or just the lack of overall quality of the dairy. So a lot of times, especially factories in the US, they process animals like chickens and beef with not only hormones but antibiotics. And then because the farmers want these animals to be large, they're pumped with hormones as well to grow big, and then we ingest all of these items into our bloodstream and they negatively impact us. And Alex, like we mentioned, had a lot of these issues. And through my program, The Clear Code, she also discovered, along with kind of like a blood sugar management issue, we discovered that she was struggling with some dairy sensitivities. And we were able to remove most of the dairy that she ate and like specific types of dairy. And we saw a dramatic clearing of her skin. Now, maybe you're thinking this is just me. There is a study linked back that I love to reference, and you can grab this over on my website as well. So give me a little hashtag acne healing if you're with me, if all of this is making sense. And we're going to move on, that being said, to item number 4, which are Nightshade veggies, which are the dark horse, okay? Now, these veggies are very interesting. I personally had never heard of Nightshade veggies, so how many of you like tomatoes and or red peppers and or eggplants? Give me a little hashtag me if that's you, because I know that I used to love or I still do actually. This doesn't impact my skin, but it can impact my client's skin, so I like to share it. I love tomato sauce. I love like pasta. I don't really eat pasta because gluten is definitely a trigger for me. But Nightshade veggies, so what are these? They're from the, I always butcher this word, Solanaceae family over on Wikipedia. And they can be considered all different types of foods. So what nightshade veggies do, they can be different types of herbs, plants, and trees. Nightshade veggies and foods can create an inflammatory chain reaction in your skin and your body, which is no bueno for your acne. And I personally had absolutely no idea that this was even a food group. So if you're feeling that way, you're not alone. And there are about 5 gajillion different types that you wouldn't recognize, but here's a list of a few that I'm pretty sure you might be eating every day. Tomatoes, bell peppers, eggplants, potatoes. These are the nightshade vegetables that you're probably the most familiar with. And a few other ones are goji berries, pimento, tamarillo, pepino, tomatillo, paprika. The list kind of goes on and on. Yeah, tomatoes. Jim is commenting that he likes tomatoes, and or he's wondering if that's real. Yes, it's real. So why do these vegetables trigger your acne, and or why are they potentially bad for you and your skin? So you're either a little or a lot allergic to them, or you have an autoimmune problem that causes these issues for you. So why would this happen? So food is cool, guys, and here's why. Nightshade vegetables have a few ingredients in them, specifically alkaloids and lectins that can cause an inflammatory response and or an autoimmune reaction. So this is really interesting. When alkaloids are active in the plants, when they're still in the ground, they act as bug repellents and that they naturally keep pests away, which is like the coolest thing ever. So that being said, not for us, because this little ingredient allows the vegetable to be kind of, I'd like to say dangerous, quote unquote, but it's really toxic to anything that wants to eat it. However, like the above issue, when we eat these alkaloids, if you already have a compromised immune system or a seriously irritated gut, it'll get things even more inflamed in your belly, setting off a really big inflammatory chain reaction for sure. So now maybe if you think this can't be that simple, that's insane. These are tomatoes. Amber, one of my clients, actually had a ton of these same issues. She always felt like she couldn't look at certain foods, specifically things like garlic and or tomatoes, and she always felt really confused by this detail because it didn't make sense. But through the principles and the process of the Clear Code program, we helped her discover that she was allergic to a few foods and that she had some sensitivities to nightshades and garlic, and she was able to massively clear her acne naturally. So, what can you do if you're thinking about clearing your cystic acne naturally with diet? What are the exact action steps that you can take? So, number one, we want to balance your blood sugar with something like a fresh fruit. So, for all of you here, honestly, it's like the simplest tip, and if you follow it, I think you will see a dramatic change in inflammation. I'm not saying remove all sugar. I'm not saying never have a chocolate chip cookie again. I'm saying 80% of the time, if and when you're reaching for candy or cupcakes or cookies or graham crackers or something really sugary, just grab pineapple or berries instead. That's step number one. My client, Inez, actually saw a lot of great changes with removing sugar completely and following kind of the Clear Code diet. We have a big meal plan that we include in the Clear Code. So it really helps you just take some stress out of natural acne healing. And taking this action step around blood sugar will really help to regulate some hormonal and cystic acne issues because you'll be lowering blood sugar levels overall and therefore insulin levels. And step number two is to avoid milk, cheese, and nightshade veggies for a few weeks, okay? Again, I am not saying never eat bread again. I was talking to someone the other day and they were like, well, I know that you said you can't eat dairy ever. No, I think it's more figuring out, it's why I have my acne personality quiz that most of you have probably taken. It's more like figuring out what your unique triggers are and then taking action steps from there. And this is exactly what my client Francis did. He began to follow the principles of the Clear Code program, and this is how his skin looked afterwards. And you really want to focus on removing items, taking note, seeing what things are causing your skin issues, and then going from there. Because you might have an issue with gluten, but you might not be bothered at all by dairy. So it's really about figuring out what action steps are going to work for you, getting to the root cause of your unique skin issues. So I wanted to share a little bonus step because I know a bunch of you here are probably struggling with some hormonal acne and or cystic acne along your jawline. Type hashtag yes if that's you in the comments. This is one of my favorite action steps. I call it my magical acne clearing herb to support clear skin. And I'm going to explain why while you guys hashtag acne healing in the comments. Okay, awesome. I'm grabbing some water. So I love recommending grabbing this tea, this herb. And I love it because it supports estrogen detoxification. So the dandelion tea is a bitter herb. and it's actually called an herbal cholagogue. We're going to talk about it in a video that I have out tomorrow, actually. But basically, this bitter herb helps to support estrogen detoxification and the removal of excess hormones like estrogen and testosterone that you most likely have hanging out around after the pill that are causing a lot of your jawline and cystic acne. Okay, my client Megan absolutely swears by this action step and insists that it was like the one action step that really helped to put her over the edge. So let me ask you a question. How do all these action steps sound? Give me a little thumbs up in the comment box. And then before we get to the live Q&A portion of this live stream, I wanted you guys to start typing in your questions and I wanted to share something with you. So as you can tell, I would never share a theory with you. I would never share any action steps that I haven't used myself and or had amazing success with clients. So much so that I really wanted to help even more people with the knowledge that I truly felt I never had growing up. And then the Clear Code was born. And if all of these stories resonate with you, if you see a little bit of yourself in any of them, then you're in the right place. And that's why I created my signature program, the Clear Code. This program is perfect if you're so tired of kind of the up and down roller coaster of acne clearing. You're clear 1 month, totally broken out the next, you don't really understand why, and you want to finally figure out what will work for you, not someone else's skin. And in the Clear Code, we answer these big questions. We answer, why are you breaking out? What customized action steps should you take for your skin? How do you address these action steps and put them into your life in a customized way? And type acne help, hashtag acne help, if you struggle with those questions. And we also have multiple learning modules dedicated to balancing your hormones. And I love this program because it gives you back your confidence when it comes to your skin. So what do I mean by that exactly though? So Brittany, for example, saw her skin transform in the program. My client Cassie loves to just do the no makeup strut with red lips, and Amber always reminds me, we DM all the time on Instagram about how much the program really changed her life. And I have to be honest, these people are my dream clients, and we've worked together over time to transform their skin. And I would love to know, are you next? Is it your turn? Are you my dream client that I can help transform your acne naturally? And honestly, the more committed you are, the better the results. And the better the results, the happier I am. This is my life's work. And giving you the tools that I never had to heal my acne naturally is the whole point of my existence. So if you're ready, I'm ready. So that being said, if you want in, here's how the process goes. The program is for women who are struggling with adult acne, who can't figure out, women and men, as you saw. We have Frances, who had amazing results. And the program is for those who can't figure out what is causing their acne, why they're breaking out in the first place, and also how to get off that kind of roller coaster of clear skin 1 month, totally broken out the next. And it's my goal that you are able to quit crazy chemicals, pills, creams, and or a birth control pill by clearing your acne naturally. And if all this sounds like you, I want to invite you to apply to see if you qualify for a call to enroll in the Clear Code. And I've set the following 3 days aside to speak to you about your acne. So if you're interested, head to this link and sign up for a chat, and we will see if the Clear Code could be a good fit. And I will honestly tell you if it won't. Actually, I definitely turn clients away here and there because I just don't think that they'd be a good fit for the program. And that being said, we have very limited enrollment this time around because this is one of our founding member classes of the Clear Code, and it won't be offered again at this price. So if you're interested, make sure you schedule a call ASAP. So I'm going to open up the chat line for the comments line for questions. So first things first, before I do that, start typing your questions, and then I just want to say this. If I had known what I know now about my acne, my skin would have been clear 15 years earlier, truly. And I would have saved 15 years of my life struggling with my skin, and it would have been clear. And it's my hope that it can do that for you as well. And I'll leave you with kind of a few questions before we get into the Q&A. How do you want to look and feel about your skin in 2020? Are you committed to healing your acne naturally? Are you ready to be done with stressed out, grumpy skin? Are you ready? So awesome. what I'm going to do now is I am going to close this. I'm going to keep this open for a minute or two more. I'm going to grab some water, and then we're going to get to the Q&A section. I'm going to go through some of the stuff that I see already, and I would love to know, what questions are you currently struggling with for your skin? What do you need help with? What can I help you with? Type me a little comment in the chat box, and I'm going to grab some water in the meantime. Hi. You can see me. Hello, I'm here live. Oh, fancy. I washed my hair today, guys. Okay, so let me go through some of the comments that I see here right now. So we talked about, sugar. So Keisha said, sugar, gluten, dairy, nightshades, basically everything that causes my acid reflux is clearly bad for acne. The only difference is spicy foods. Yeah, so I would guess, Keisha, and we go through this in the clear code, that it's actually not all of those things. Usually I see with clients, they're struggling with like gluten sugar stuff or gluten digestion stuff or gluten dairy stuff. Most of the time it's not all dairy and sugar. Usually dairy and sugar are kind of different triggers based on different issues. So I guess that would be food for thought for you. Stealth said, do you recommend mega dosing veggies? What veggie do you most recommend? Do you also do juicing veggies food? So mega dosing veggies, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but I'm going to guess, and you can clarify if you want. Actually, I'll answer what veggie I most recommend, and then you can share what you mean by mega dosing. What veggie do I most recommend? That's a good one. So this is actually technically a fruit, I think. I'm 90% sure. But my biggest recommendation for vegetables in general for anyone is actually avocados, which I think is actually a fruit. But that's what I recommend the most because it helps support blood sugar management. It helps to fill you up. It's full of essential fatty acids, which are great for inflammation. And it's just a really great way to add fats and proteins to any meal that you really want to feel full after, but you want to eat healthfully. Like a lot of times my clients come to me and they say they're eating really well, but they're starving. And then number one, I know that you're most likely nutrient deficient. If you're starving all the time, you're most likely missing really important vitamins that you need for acne healing. Number one. Number two, if you're starving, it just sets you up for really kind of imbalanced blood sugar levels, which isn't good. So I'd say avocado. Okay, so Stealth says, yes, avocados. So Keisha says, yes, avocados. Yeah, they're great. And what other questions can I answer? I see there are a bunch of you just watching, and I want to answer questions about your unique skin. So if you're here and you have a question about your acne, ask me, because that's what I'm here for today. Okay, mega dosing veggies. Stealth saw it on a YouTube video. I don't know about that. I think eating moderately, consistently, and healthfully is the best way to do anything. So that would be my recommendation, is to just eat consistently well, moderately. I don't know if mega dosing is like what I would recommend. Okay, I'm going to grab some more water. So what other questions do you guys have for me? I have a few more minutes and I really want to answer them for you about your unique skin issues. I'm just going to check my little thing over here. And my little thing over here. Okay, great. Any other questions for me, guys? I don't see any more coming in, but I see a bunch of you here. So hopefully you got some information that you needed about your acne. If you would like to apply to join us in the Clear Code, head here, www.theclearcode.com/apply. I would love to have you. We have live group coaching sessions every week. We also have our online program that goes along with it. So we answer questions like this in a live group setting every week, and we do not stop until we get your skin clear. So I hope you have an amazing, what's today? Tuesday. And I'm so honored that you're here with me, and I can't wait to see you next time. Okay, bye.